Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. SPY is dumping. It's 3:15, November 14th. We're gonna look at some options, some futures, price action, and technical analysis. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. We have a Twitter you can follow us on at Happy Money YT, as well as a Discord server. Link for those are in the description. Look at that. It came from the left. I got a third monitor. Now I can really make money quickly. Your Discord server, link for those, yeah, in the description. Jump on there. SPY's kind of slowing down its aggressive bear market rally today. Still making new highs. Hit 408 or 400.18 today, and I think it's going to keep coming up. Velocity will probably slow, maybe a red day here or there, but nothing so far that on the calendar that's coming up that should really scare it and tamper this bear rally in the near future. So I think this gap fill still's in play. 406. We traded some futures on it today. Had an $800 loss in like 2 minutes. It was sad, but climbed back out and positive on the day. Pretty good. I don't know, I'll show you guys. Yeah, on the hourly, it looks like it's just consolidating more or less. I've got some support and resistance lines in here. Just look for it to hold any of those and then make new highs. I'd say, I don't know, probably this week. Yeah. Daily still looks good. No signs of reversal. This daily candle, it's a bit of an inverted hammer, not too bad, but yeah, really just consolidating, I'd say, before deciding a direction further, either to the upside or downside. And so far today, it looks like it's picking the upside with some afternoon power hour dumpage. GME getting a little volatile in the morning. AMC had good movie theater news, and I think GME was kind of playing on that a little bit. But ending up just being pretty much flat today. I think the volume was pretty good. No, volume ending up being pretty low still. About 45 minutes left. So 3.7 million. We almost got this green candle and a bullish MACD crossover. We'll see if we get that before day's close, which I think we might. It's kind of teetering back and forth. Let me turn the Yaz down just a touch. Here we go. SPY kind of keep coming through these supports. So today on SPY, I came into Monday today with long on the SPY. Yeah, I was. So that kind of sucked because it gapped down, but was able to close it for a small profit. Let's see, where was today? Yeah, somewhere in here. Closed for a small profit. And then actually somewhere in here. It was consolidating here. I didn't practice patience. Went back long. Didn't see the signs here of all these wicking candles up here and this resistance that it was just rejecting. Thought it was consolidating before it was gonna go through it. These wicks are a pretty good sign of that. Made this big engulfing candle. I was like, not actually engulfing, but just big red candle. At any rate, I was long on a mini S&P, on a mini ES, /ES, which is the big ones, and I gotta be careful trading those because it's a little more than I'm comfortable holding to going in the opposite direction. So from here, I think I opened it up long somewhere around here, and I held it once it broke VWAP to the downside. Like I say, it's been paying out to just hold them because it'll come back and you can just wait. But with how much this was, the velocity of this and how fast it was moving, velocity, I just didn't hold it. So I cut out here. I was like 700, I think, loss, and then another testament of just trading in the morning. That's actually 11:15. But yeah, there weren't really any ranges set up, so created yet. So I was just kind of trying to anticipate it again, not trading with the momentum, which trying to time the tops, I guess, or bottoms, and not just trading the momentum a bit. And then yeah, anyways, so came down here and then respected this support down here, and just like it did back here. So Saw that and actually jumped in on this candle right here after it kind of broke the resistance of that this line right here I drew. And these are all from previous supports or resistances from other days or extended hours. But anyways, went long here, and I didn't have as many contracts, so I didn't make up all the gains. I did like 3 or 4 micros just because I didn't want to trade with the big one anymore, and rode that up to here. I think I closed it on this red candle, and then up here I traded again on this break. So once we broke here, I did 4, I think, micros, maybe 5 at one point. Closed it out up here, then did 5 micros on this engulfing candle to the downside. I think I closed it right here on this green one, and then I haven't traded this at all. And then on natural gas, this one is crazy actually how it moves on news. Things have been so volatile the last couple weeks, really. I mean, just look at these gaps and big candles. There's huge gaps and then big daily ranges. So it's been good for trading, but a lot of it's just been on, on news. So I missed the gap up. It was up, I think it hit like 7% high here. I would have gone long on it Friday, but they had that news, and it potentially was a false tweet. I'm not sure if it was a false tweet or something legit still, actually. But I was like, I'll just wait and see. And it actually gapped up and then went up 7%. I'm like, I'll just wait because the intraday moves in this are big. So I was actually looking for the gap fill. And once it broke kind of this bottom of this range, right? Somewhere in here, I shorted, I think, 1 contract and then 2, and kind of kept adding it. I went up to 3 contracts. Or no, maybe not. Maybe it was 1 or 2 here. Came down here, and then this engulfing candle I closed out on. But it wasn't actually engulfing candle because the bottom was not lower than this bottom. But big green candle nonetheless. Closed out on it. Realized back, I don't know, a couple $100. And then it kind of kept melting down. And then on this break of this low, I was like, all right, I guess it's going to keep going. And this was a very fast move, tons of volume. So I actually shorted it again on, I think, 3 contracts here, which 3 contracts on natural gas, the way it's been. These are micro minis. They're not the big ones, but they're the micros. Since a big percentage move, you don't need a whole lot of contracts. But from here, I opened up those shorts, 3 or 4 of them. It ran down all the way here, and I'd taken back all my $800 losses, and I was up like $500 or $600 because these contracts were worth, at that point, I think $1,200. And I was also trading long SPY contracts then too, so kind of managing both. And then I was going to step away, and I saw these candles starting to form. Potential sign of reversal. Again, trying to time the bottom. Well, I wasn't really, but anyways, I was going to step away, so I put a stop limit on it. And my stop limit before was up here where I bought in. And I was like, I'm going to move it down just in case it does have a big move up. I want to take more profits. I didn't look close enough, and my stop limit was basically like right here. It wasn't nearly enough. So I stopped out, which I was fine with. I'm like, it's probably going to go up now. And I ended up going long on it then. I don't remember where, but somewhere right around here I went long. Yeah, I think on this candle right here. It was green, breaking out of the range. I figured this was probably an overreaction to the news, which there was some news on it. I think it was the same news from yesterday or Friday, but maybe it's confirmed now about the plant. I don't know. At any rate, it doesn't really matter. It's just which way it moves the market from it. Went long right there, and then that candle flipped and went red, and then it just melted down. And that was tough because I think I had 3 contracts, and then held down through here. And those were down like $900 then. So then I was like back down on the day. I think $900 was the most. And then they finally bottomed out, and I didn't add to them, but I've got 3. So now I'm 3 long on natural gas, and I'll probably close these out. Well, we'll see. We might have another gap up in the morning. It's kind of crazy. TA on it, like it's just hard to read because the thing's moving so much just on news. Look at the volume these last couple of days too. That's crazy. On the 4 hour, it's kind of like a head and shoulders with a double shoulder. Same thing on like the hourly, which is a little scary to me. You've got like multiple shoulders here and then the head here. So we'll see. Daily, the MACD is still bullish, but no green candles over the 9. So it could go either way, I would think here. So I'll probably take a little profit if this thing rallies up. At least up to VWAP, I'll be back up today. But I think right now we're up pretty good on the day for trading. GME, yeah, I really need to get more volume, and maybe this week we'll see that retest of 35. Again, it could happen in a day or two, like literally 1 or 2 days. And if we're repeating something similar to back here, which I think we might be, it would happen before this Friday. So it's possible we're in this range right here. And if it doesn't, this would be kind of the first time we've seen GME do just a 1 day, not 1 day, but just like a one move up and not a retest. Other than, which I found this on Friday, other than actually January. January is the last time where we just did like a big move up and then straight down, and there was no retest. So every other time other than that, we've had kind of a retest, like a rip and then a retest, and but yeah, so we'll see. I'm anticipating a retest, and maybe it won't happen in that time frame, but I think it could, especially if the SPY keeps moving up in that kind of time. Yeah, see, look, now it's bullish on the daily MACD. Yep. So I'm not getting too much option exposure. I did get some options on it. I'm mostly shares right now for GME, but with my futures gains, I'm going to move them over to my Theta farming account. Basically, once I can short another put, I'm going to move that amount over. So close to the money, shorting puts. So once I'm positive 2,500, I'm going to move it over into that account and then short, 25 puts. And then that way I just keep feeding the Theta farm with more trading gains. And that was my plan always with options, but just trading long options was, it seemed like the gains would happen so quick, and then I'd put the capital back in so quickly I never had a chance to even sit on it. So it's working better with futures, and we'll see if that continues. So my GME, I got spreads, so not a whole lot of exposure. Again, probably going to capitalize more on shares with this next run. I got 28.35 call debit spreads, pretty safe, and they're for next Friday, I believe. I was gonna get them for this Friday, but I was like, I need to get a little more time. So break even on them is 28.96, and then max gains 1,800, max loss 288. So the long strike's pretty close to the money, and the short strike's basically where I think we'll potentially cap out at, which would be 35. If it keeps going great, I'll just still have the shares for it. So it might average into those as the days go on. Oh, and then birds. Birds had bad news today and it dumped. And whenever birds moves, either up or down, the option chain gets a little more liquid and some trades come through. So I have orders good till canceled on options to buy and sell. So let's see. Yeah, see this one, right? Was it this one? Yeah, one of my orders basically filled to sell. I don't know if it was the 5 strike or the 2.5, but I sold it for 10 cents and I bought it for 5 cents. So you can see, yeah, someone jumped on this, and it wasn't 3 cents. I think they paid 10 cents for it. But yeah, so once the liquidity comes to its option chain, it's pretty funny. And then I still have an order to buy these Aprils for 5 cents. So you get a little liquidity and market makers might give it to me, and then I'll put an order to sell it for 10 cents. On the futures, yeah, again, told you guys what we did. Micros, minis, natural gas, micros, I guess, which is QG. And yeah, so remember last week I wasn't sure. Look at that, they're positive again. Last week I wasn't sure how much we made. I think it was showing like 800, but yeah, so we made close to, I think, like 2,500 last week. So it did show up. That banking holiday on Friday, cash wasn't settling, I think, and that's why it wasn't showing. So yeah, that's there now. And then today's gains are 955, which was nice because I was down like 800 one point today on it. Kind of crazy. BBBY, I think, was it dumping today? Yeah, whoa, big rally out of there though. Haven't been really watching this. I think they maybe had bad news. I'm not sure. Birds, bad news. Fly's kind of coming down a little bit. Yeah, it might be kind of a chill rest of the week for the overall market. GME, again, I feel like it could pop at any moment. UNG just trading crazy on different news. Shout out to Relocate. We've got some bots in the good bots in the Discord, and this is basically the news that I would share more or less on Discord, and now they're just feeding straight to here, so you can kind of just keep up. And we got the natural gas news. I think Walter Bloomberg tweeted it. Sometimes these are wrong and they just tweet something that they're not sure about. It's like speculation, and then it turns out to be wrong, which isn't good, but oftentimes it's good. So this was the news that dropped it. Major US LNG exporter may extend plant outage through December. So I think this was the fake tweet that happened on Friday that dumped it, but then it might be real now. I'm not sure, but this came out at 12:53. So sometime in there, you can see, yeah, right here, 12:55. That tweet was actually basically right on point with the timing. That was 12:53. So yeah, literally that came out right then. That's when it flushed, and I opened those shorts, the 3 shorts. And it's rebounding now, so it might play out like it did on Friday, where it has a big gap up tomorrow. I'll probably, I don't know, I might hold these contracts. I'm long on it for the winter time and cold weather. It's crazy because you'll get a big gap up 5 or 6%, and the only news is some headline saying it's going to be cold or it's coming, winter's coming. Like, okay, I can look at a calendar. Why is this actually going up? But yeah. So I got, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you on Discord. Peace out.